I ignored my destiny once. I cannot do that again. Even for you. I'm the only one who knows that. At least I'm the only one with the will to act on it.
The Mad Titan Podcast with your host, Jay Washington.
Titans go!
What's happening, everybody? It is season 2, episode 6 of the Mad Titan Podcast. Mr. Jay Washington. And the person that's soon to be my former co-host.
Man, you know what? I need a little more energy out there, dog. I know you tired. I'm tired. We doing. But your boy, B to C, back in the house with you. We gonna do this. We gonna get crunk. We gonna have a good time. We gonna have a lot of energy.
Tired.
Let's go.
I'm not tired, really. I'm just sore. I'm in all the pain. I don't know why I keep doing this shit to myself.
You know, I told you don't come back to the ring. I told you it was a horrible idea. And you know what's bad is I told you that, and now me, who's out of the ring, I go, oh, you know what? I want to go back to the ring.
You don't want to do this. Let me tell you something. I did shouts out to PWA. I did that show on Saturday. Then after I did that show, I immediately had to go to the Long Beach Laugh Factory to go perform. So then I was like, all right, I'm already tired. I got home about 1 something. I was exhausted. Just to get back up at 8 because I had to do a charity show the next day in Inglewood for the homie Sean Black and Ability First. It's a place that helps out adults and children with special needs and disabilities and things like that.
That's dope.
So I said, okay, I was gonna do it. I was gonna cancel, but then I was like, yo, that might have
was that charity for was that wrestling charity or
wrestling? It was wrestling.
Okay.
It was wrestling. So I was like, yo, I might cancel the show. But then I was like, that'd probably be how I go to hell. You don't want to do a charity show for special people and be giving away your talents. Like, I felt like that was going to be the door to open me to hell.
But for real, though, like, there's always a wrestling charity show.
There is. And I should have remembered that. Like, there will always be wrestling charity.
Hey, bro, this was for charity, all right? We can't pay you. We got a hot dog and a handshake for you.
I didn't even get a hot dog. I just got the handshake. And then it was the show. I decided, look, I did the show the night before. And I was like, look, I got to go tell jokes after this. I'm not finna do no real work in the ring. Just let it what I said. Yeah. Right? Then yesterday for charity, for free, where I'm donating my time, love, and gift to Jesus, I was like, I'm going to do work.
Oh, dude.
Yeah.
Bruh, that was the wrong time to do work. Was it did you at least pull something? Was it at least a good crowd?
It was, yes, always a decent crowd. Like, okay. It was a decent crowd. Everybody loved it. I kept telling them the whole time, I don't need to do this shit. I'm on TV now. I literally said that. I literally kept saying, I'm on TV now. I don't need to do this. I'm on TV. That's my go-to. I ain't got to do this. I'm on TV. I ain't got to do this no more. And so, but it was fun. And then I was showing some people was like, yo, you a superstar now. You out here busy. I was like, let me tell you something. I prayed for this life. I asked for this life. I got this life. I'm tired of this life.
That's the way it go.
Bro, my schedule.
The way it go, man.
My schedule. I've been showing people my schedule for the next month. It's damn near nonstop. And everybody was like, how are you doing that? I was like, through the grace of God. But nonetheless, I'm here. I'm sore, but I'm here. I'm waiting on my naproxen 500 milligrams I took to kick in. When that kick in, probably mid-show, you will know. But how are you, sir?
You see that's where we differ, you know. Over the last years, my schedule has been pared down. So what's left on my schedule is next week we're gonna do this show again. So that's pretty much my schedule.
You sound real confident, don't you?
I know, right?
You sound real confident. I told you you're about to be fired after this. You're fired. What's the running theme with this show? Threaten this motherfucker's job every week.
When is gonna be my last show?
Yeah, welcome to episode.
This the week.
Welcome to episode 237. We still about to fire him.
I don't know how he's made it this damn long.
I don't know how he made it this long. His progress report.
This damn cracker right here. God.
See, I didn't say that, man. I'm making sure y'all know I did not say that. First of all, I would never. Also, can I ask a question? Why is it that you melanin deficient people always feel as if when black people talk about white people, this cracker right here, this ain't 1972. This ain't the Jeffersons. What goof ass white boy? That's what I'll say. Goof ass white boy. Oh, cracker and cracker. What do you think I am? Somebody's great uncle at a barbecue in some mandals? No. No. The fuck? I just always wondered that.
Hey man, cracker's a good word, man. Cracker. Get a little cracker over there. Look at that little white ass cracker. Saltine motherfucker. Ain't got no personality at all.
You see what I'm saying? How you doing all of this? This is literally something out of Beach Street. The fuck is wrong with you? 2022. No black person talks like that. Not a single one. Not a single fucking one. All right.
Oh shit.
Listen, we've already started off on this note. I want to thank you to everybody who has been listening, who has been responding, who's enjoying everything that I am doing, and is still wondering why he is here. I know you don't say it out loud, but you think it like I do. I think it every day. Why is he here? You know, I'm just waiting. Let me tell you something. The moment I get my T-Mobile settlement, which is $165. Yeah,
like I said, 160. He said settlement like it's about to be big money. He goes, and it's $165.
That's exactly what T-Mobile
and 13 cents.
Man, look, they was like, "How do you want it?" Like they just sent a text message. They was like, "How do you want to get your money? Do you want to pay? Do you want a paper check? Do you want it? Do you want it PayPal?" I was like, "Put that shit in my Venmo, so I ain't got to lose no real. I can just pay for it straight out to Venmo anyway." I lost track of my thoughts. Yeah, we're here somewhere. Okay, cool. This is what we're talking about. I am so beat up. I'll be fine.
Well, good news is we haven't started any of the stories yet. Oh shit!
What just broke down?
Well, I was on the rundown sheet and I clicked on it and then the picture moved. I fixed it.
What'd you fucking do? Oh.
I'm so happy to be here, bro.
I fucking can't stand you. All right, for those who are new to the show and those who know here what we do, but before we just start talking all the bullshit for how long we'll record this, get you caught up on all the things happening in the Marvel and DC live action cinematic universes. Barbershop Talk for Nerds. I already say this every week. I'm gonna say some shit because yes, I'm gonna talk about the finale of She-Hulk, and I got a lot to say about that, and more so.
Ooh.
Not even it's not, but see, that's the thing. When I say that,
that's what I say. I was gonna say interesting. I'm interested to see where your opinions are. We haven't talked about it yet.
You should let me finish my expression.
Bitch, you know what?
Yeah, you should let me finish my expression, whore, and then you'd have known what I was gonna say. Skeezer. See, skeezer is the word you could have used.
What is skeezer?
Yeah, that's how I know you ain't around black folks for real. Skeez ass. Anyway, it was you fucking trollop.
Motherfucker right here.
It's more so the responses that came out of it.
Okay. Yeah.
Matter of fact, let's get into it first. Let's do that first.
All right. Yay.
Let's do that first. The finale of She-Hulk happened this past Thursday, and a lot of people were talking about different things. Like we saw a clip that showed Hulk versus Abomination again. But the problem was everybody was like, why is Abomination so much bigger than the Hulk? Right?
Yeah.
And so all these different things played out. Again, you should have seen it by now. Spoiler alert if you haven't. That's not on me anymore. Long story short, the ending that they were setting up was not the ending. It was literally all a ploy to be a giant fourth wall break.
Mm-hmm.
What did you overall think about the finale?
I loved it. I love when these creators can go in and basically troll the crap out of the toxic fan base And that's literally what this show was. And it's the only character they could have done it with, too. You can't do it with anybody else. But She-Hulk, it fucking worked. And I loved every single moment of it. I thought it was absolutely hilarious because they worked me. And I love when you can work me because, like, I legit, I picked up my remote. I thought middle of that show, I said, oh shit, what did I do?
When she goes to the splash page, bro, that was the most genius shit ever.
Dude, I thought they got me. They got me, man. And then I just love that it's just like, oh, yeah. And by the way, here's Scar. All right, let's move on.
So here's the thing: everybody complained about Abomination versus Hulk and how Hulk is so much smaller. And some people were like, "Well, it's because it's Professor Hulk, Smart Hulk, whatever." No, it's not that. The reason he was so much smaller was because the ending wasn't going to stick. It was supposed to be that way because it wasn't going to be the ending. Remember, she goes and talks to Kevin, which is they made a robot version of Kevin Feige, and she changes her ending because she was like, "It makes no sense that Bruce comes in to save the day in my show." She said it. The Hulk, Todd getting Hulk power. She was like, it sounds a lot super soldierish. Can we not do this? She was rewriting her ending. But again, this is how people are like, well, there's no payoff to anything. There is. It is the She-Hulk comic to the fullest. I need the people to understand. You can't always pick and choose when you want to accept when they deviate away from the source material.
Fact.
I say this as someone who for a moment was upset about the Eternals because I was like, look, Thena and Crow have a Romeo and Juliet star-crossed lovers relationship. They didn't do that. Yes. Thena and Crow are together. They low-key love each other, even though he's a deviant and she's the daughter of one of the top Eternals that created everything. There's so much stuff, but I was like, all right, they must be using this to tell this story differently. Because also I said, look, you're introducing 12 people in one fucking movie. That's a lot. That's a lot. No matter what you're doing, you're introducing 12 people. Okay. She-Hulk literally did the John Byrne run damn near to a T.
Facts. Like it was you that posted the
yes.
Yeah, because I took those and I used those too because I was like, oh my God, that's right on.
She has attacked her own writer in the comic book, the dude who wrote it. What the fuck are y'all talking about? Oh, she wouldn't do this. Yes, everything she's done, she would do. You just didn't know the character. Now, I'll give me 1 second, bro, because I know
you're good. You're good.
I tweeted this. And I didn't know this tweet was going to go viral, but it did.
Oh, shit. What'd you do?
I said, how do you hate watch 9 episodes of something and yet complain after every single one is beyond me?
I don't understand it. Okay, so it's funny. Last night I'm watching me and my buddy Teddy were watching Cowboys and the Eagles, right? Mm-hmm. And Cowboys are getting smashed because we suck. And we are screaming at the TV. And my niece does not like when we cuss. So she woke up, she came in, and she's like, y'all are too mad. And we're like, well, it makes us mad. It's the game. It makes us mad. Goes, well, if it makes you mad, just turn it off. And I was just like, oh, shit. Okay.
Yeah.
And it's the same thing as if you don't like it, just turn it off. It's okay. You don't have to watch it. It's all right. You don't have to.
Yep.
If you don't like something, you don't have to watch it. Also, if you don't like something, you don't have to tell the world your opinion constantly. You can say, not a fan, and move on. But no, instead you have to watch it, detail every second, analyze every second of it, but you don't like it. You're giving them the views. That means they don't care if you like it or not, as long as you watch it.
Which is something I don't think motherfuckers will ever understand. So the show was written about 2.5, 3 years ago.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's keep this in mind, like right before COVID, something like that.
Yeah.
Okay. I want y'all to understand, and this is not when I say y'all know I mean I'm speaking generally. everything they trolled people on, they predicted it.
Oh yeah,
They predicted the trolling.
that's
They
that's genius.
They predicted the anger. They predicted exactly what you'd be mad about every single thing. They predicted it.
And it was on point.
And it was on point. So then, just to go to what you're saying, you ain't got to tell everybody every single thing. I said this. If you find yourself going, you're a random ass person, a random ass dude, you find yourself going into random ass people's replies that you don't even follow, just to complain.
I responded to that one.
Just to complain and whine and cry, and basically like, well, it basically ain't all dudes. I need you to realize that you're the problem they're talking about.
Yep.
Because you're literally doing, well, how did I've seen people, well, I didn't like the show because they basically said I was a bad person because I was a man. That's not what the show said at all. It's not what the show said at all.
Mm-mm.
The show said there are bad, toxic dudes out there. There are toxic women out there. We understand that. But we know you don't have to not all men it, because if it ain't you, it ain't you.
See, here's the difference. Those dudes chose to identify with intelligentsia. They didn't identify with Pug. They weren't talking about Pug in that movie, in that show. Mm-hmm. Pug was a good dude. We all liked Pug.
Pug was a basic chill dude.
Yeah. But everyone that got angry identifies with intelligentsia. and Todd Phelps.
Mm-hmm. So you put yourself in that situation. You put yourself out there on blast. Well, I felt like it was so heavy-handed over the head. Here's the thing. How do you think, and again, I've said this every single week, and I will continue to say, she fits weird, but also, how do you think women who deal with this shit every single day feel? Not every single week. You're complaining because you saw something for 30 minutes once a week. This ain't white knighting. This ain't simping. It's just real shit. There are women deal with this shit all the fucking time. But you all want to complain that a comic book TV show, which is basically a legal, can we agree this is a legal comedy? Which were words exactly out of Jennifer Walters' mouth.
What makes me mad is there's still people that are complaining that it wasn't enough about the legal either. So it wasn't illegal. And honestly, they said it in the show, yes, but we, the audience, are the ones that put the expectation on it that it was going to be Ally McBeal. They never came out and said, "Oh, we're basically making Ally McBeal." We said that, you know, and when it wasn't what we continually said it was going to be, they got mad. We got mad, which is stupid. I just don't understand it, and I keep telling it like this show. It was not a narrative-driven show. A lot of the MCU is a narrative-driven. All right, like there's one narrative that they are pushing. There's other things.
This was a standalone. This is a standalone.
This show is a character-driven show.
Yes,
it is a story about life with Jen Walters. All right, and people are getting mad because like, whoa, what does it have to do with the MCU? Not everything in that. It builds the world. It makes the world bigger. Look, Jay, you and me, you the main character in your story, Jay, right?
Yeah,
and right. I'm a supporting character in your story.
Ooh, not that much.
Bitch, you know what?
I'm sorry. Go ahead. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
See. So we connected and we on a path now. But look, I got a cousin, Jay. They have a life too. It doesn't have anything to do with our story, but they're going through their own story in this same world. That's what She-Hulk is. It is a separate story. It's world building. It built out the world we're in, but did not affect the main story. You got to see a window into another person's life in this world. And I loved it. I thought it was so entertaining.
First of all, I can say this. That was so well thought out. It was so well structured and put together, what you said.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. I don't believe you actually did that. Okay.
Every now and then I do something good. Man, there is a reason you wanted me to help you co-host.
I was high. So
oh my god, you just killed me, bro. I'm dead.
There is, like you said, this is a character-driven show. And then when she breaks the fourth wall to go into production, I don't think people understand this. Those were the real writers in the showrunner of the show.
That was hilarious.
Number one, that was the real writers' room. I don't know. Y'all don't know most of y'all don't know what a writer's room looks like. That was it. Okay. Number one, there are Post-it notes all over the goddamn place. Number two, that was the real Disney lot she was on. That is the actual lot. I have been on that lot numerous times.
Have you? You've never been to you've never signed the NDA, have you?
I've signed several NDAs.
That so, on that town
on that floor. On that floor.
Yep. Okay.
That is real. That when you get off that elevator, Marvel Studios, all that is real. That is, you have to sign an NDA to go any further. All that is real. Okay. I need people to understand. They were like, look, Kevin Feige is enough to be like, yo, we're gonna break this fourth wall. The only thing we're not gonna do is put me directly in it because Kevin Feige's kind of boring as a person to see on screen.
You know what I did think they were gonna do though? I thought this was the beginning of Kevin Feige taking over the role of Stan Lee of cameos.
I kind of had that small inclination, but I was like,
are they gonna do? Is Kevin Feige gonna be in this? Oh my! What if he could become the next Stan Lee? Like that was my thought. That was where I started going as she was going through there.
But the problem is, if Kevin Feige becomes that Stan Lee, then everything is breaking the fourth wall.
You know but it just feels like a Marvel thing that could be fun.
No, I agree.
And maybe he's not Kevin Feige and everything. He's just someone there doing something like Stan Lee was originally.
With a baseball cap on.
Exactly.
But
yeah, I love what they did.
So her to even say, when are we getting the X-Men? Her to address how much she cost visually.
That was hilarious. Can you wait till the camera's not on you?
Can you turn back real quick? Because you cost too much. And the visual effects team has moved on to something else. I was like, yo! Because the visual effects team that worked on She-Hulk is working on Wakanda Forever.
Mm-hmm.
But people wanted to complain. Nothing paid off. None of these stories paid off. Again,
that was the payoff.
That was the payoff. It was her to smash her own ending and make the ending that she wanted.
And sometimes Matt Murdock.
When she was like, bro, Bruce smashes through buildings, I smash fourth walls and bad endings, and sometimes Matt Murdock. I think the thing to be stated is she is Jennifer Walters.
Yes.
Tatiana Maslany is Jennifer Walters. She has hit that point where we've established this is her. Right? Iman Vellani is Kamala Khan.
Yes.
Remember, Robert Downey Jr. is Tony Stark. There are certain people that are different things. And so I have to bring that up because it has officially been announced that Harrison Ford, it was rumored, it is now confirmed, Harrison Ford is going to take over as General Thaddeus Thunderbolt Ross, and he's going to start off in Captain America New World Order. He's going to be there with Anthony Mackie, Shira Haas, Tim Blake Nelson, Carl Lumbly. So you're getting more Isaiah Bradley. You're getting the leader. You got Cap. We're not getting, what was her name? They're not calling her that. They're changing her name because of what it means. But we're more than... So the character, I can't remember. Let me see what's her name. Is it Captain America New? I can't remember off the top of my head. Again, I'm tired.
Yeah.
New World Order controversy character. Yeah, I'm sitting there stellar. I know y'all yelling the name out.
And I'm sitting here going, what is it?
Sabra. Yeah, that's what it is. That was like the name of a hummus. Sabra. Swear to God, that was in my head. Name of a hummus. So the Sabra, because of what she is, she wears a Star of David in the comics and things like that. They're changing her character for the film to be more updated because, again, a lot of these characters, when they were created, there are a lot of stereotypes, a lot of things that are very offensive, et cetera, et cetera.
Okay.
So they're changing that. What?
I'm just trying to figure out. Look, man, I'm not very smart. All right?
No shit. I mean, you don't have to.
Why are they mad?
because it's because of her character, what she does, and how offensive she is with her wearing the Star of David and different things she does.
Yeah, that's what I'm like. Like, what's the offense?
Well, because I think it's offensive to certain Jewish people, and I can't remember exactly which one.
Okay.
I know there's different groups, and so I don't want to say the
Yeah.
wrong one, but they're changing that. So again, Harrison Ford is in this, right? Which means more than likely, if you got the leader who didn't look, remember how I said I thought we were gonna get the leader in She-Hulk?
Yeah.
Did you notice one thing that happened that didn't happen? We didn't get the leader. But did you notice another thing that didn't happen? Me getting upset.
Facts.
You know why? Because I wasn't promised the leader.
And you're not the storyteller.
But no, that's fine. But I wasn't promised the leader. So I can't get mad at something I wasn't promised.
See, my thought process is look, I ain't the one telling. I'm going to have expectations. I'm going to have ideas where I think it's going to go. But it's probably never going to go the way I think it's going to go, which I like. Why would I want to be able to predict exactly what's going to happen? That's my favorite time in wrestling, when I don't know what they're about to do. If I have no clue what's going to happen, that's when I get shocked. And someone literally asked me before on Thursday, they're like, hey, what do you think is going to happen? I have no idea. I don't know what this finale is going to be. I don't know who's going to show up. I don't know what's going to happen. Never in a million years could I have predicted that. And it was hilarious.
Yeah, I would have never predicted they would. I would have said, like, I think people were predicting she breaks the fourth wall. I remember we were on break room and I saw some people say, yeah, she'll do something. Or she says she might ask Kevin Feige for another episode. But I don't think anybody could have predicted they would have gone the exact way they went.
No,
and I think
had none of that. I thought it was going to be a standard MCU season finale.
Listen, I mean, it is what it is. But back to Thunderbolt Ross.
Yeah, sorry.
So that means no worries. No need to apologize. Apologize for your skin. Haha. All right, there it goes. Y'all didn't hear the drum rim shot, and it was joke. Please don't give at your mama.
Their feelings.
Right, at your mama. So with Ross, that means we may get Red Hulk for sure.
I'm not gonna lie. I would put 99.9% we're getting Red Hulk. You don't recast General Ross with Harrison Ford unless you have big plans for General Ross.
Well, again, this is unless Harrison Ford decide he want to fly himself someplace again. You're like, hey,
I'm gonna fly myself. No, Mr. Ford, we're gonna have to pick you up. No, I'll land on the lot.
I'll land in the middle of the street by the lot. That's a busy street, Mr. Ford. I'm Harrison goddamn Ford.
Get off my plane.
So I bring that up because this goes to the discussion we've had prior, and it's been a consistent ongoing discussion about the recasting of T'Challa, more so Chadwick Boseman's role. And it has not happened, and they will not recast this MCU's T'Challa. They've stated it. And Black Panther Wakanda Forever producer Nate Moore has addressed that. So this is what he said. He talked to Total Film because now this is going to come up even more because they've recast William Hurt, who died at 71, and then cast Chadwick Boseman, who died at 41, I think it was. This is what Nate Moore said in regards to the decision about not recasting T'Challa, because this is going to be I know a lot of y'all are listening, so peep this. He says, quote, I don't know if anything about it was an easy decision, but it was a decision that, once made, we all believed in, and it led us on a path forward. I could not imagine turning to the best young actor in the world who wasn't T'Challa and being like, okay, so you're T'Challa. I could not and cannot imagine that. I really couldn't. Other people will have a different answer to that question, and we're very aware of that talkback and how people feel. And I think all of that, to be quite honest, is fair. Everybody's going to have a different opinion. I can just say, after being in it, I couldn't do it. I couldn't get there. So, we know officially T'Challa's story in the MCU is ended. And I understand when people say, well, what about young black boys who want to see these characters, this character, what T'Challa means, et cetera, et cetera. I understand that. but I have stated this from jump, and I will continue to say this. And it goes to a small point you just said, BC, about She-Hulk. I am not the storyteller.
Yeah.
None of us are the storyteller. I understand the connection to the character as I have a connection to T'Challa. I understand that. I understand everyone's feeling. I understand the emotion we saw first seeing him appear in Civil War. I understand the emotion we felt when we first saw Black Panther. I understand all that. I get it all. But again, we are not the storytellers. We are not the producers. We are not the director. We are not the crew. I know what people keep saying. Well, his family. Listen, his family can have a point, and they do. But again, his family are not making the movie. That is the part I think everybody keeps forgetting.
And the movie is still, and I'm not trying to be, insincere or anything, but the movie is still business, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the character of T'Challa is a lot more important than the character of General Ross. I'm sorry, but he is. T'Challa's an iconic character. General Ross, random old white dude. Doesn't really matter who you put in that position. Who you cast for T'Challa matters. All right. And living up past Chadwick Boseman, hard to do. So I am perfectly fine because now, it's you say, what about young Black men that want to have a world where they can grow up and have Black Panther to look at? And we saw that. Now young Black girls get to grow up and see a Black Panther to look up to. That's pretty freaking dope. So, and that's what I say. I keep saying you could have got any old white dude to play General Ross. It don't matter. You have to have someone that is going to really be on the level of Chadwick Boseman, which is hard to find.
All right.
Because like you said, Tasha Maslany is Jennifer Walters. Tony Stark is Robert Downey Jr. is Tony Stark. Chadwick was T'Challa.
So I'm gonna say something because I feel like I need to say it because this is what happens. This is again barbershop talk, y'all. This is me keeping it a buck with y'all. I know BC just talked and y'all was like, "Why is the white boy talking?" And I'm gonna say it because I just know that's what people gonna say. And some people listen, they're not gonna say it out loud, but I know. I'll say this. I'll say this on the behest of my co-host. You see, I just said co-host. Like I'll say it on the behest.
So small, fucking co-host.
But he has a point. I get it. But I've also said this. We keep saying, yes, there are so many choices to put in the role if you were to recast him, right? I've talked about this in numerous situations on various platforms. You said there's only one?
I think there's only one I would have accepted that I wanted.
Who?
John David Washington.
But see, here's the problem with that statement. You see how you said that? And that's where I was about to go.
Yeah, I see.
There is not one person that everyone will accept. There is not one. There. I don't care how much people want to agree and try to say there is. Let's be honest with ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
Let's keep it a buck, y'all. There are people who like it could have been John David Washington. It could have been Yolanda Knoll. It could have been this person. It could have been that person. There's never going to be one person.
That's true.
So, and I know you feel like, well, isn't there some actor who wanted to take the role? More than likely, yes. But at the same time, me being in this industry, there are most people like, I don't want that headache that's going to come behind it. And what the headache is social media. And you can sit there and say, oh, well, you ain't got to deal with that. That shit permeates. That shit permeates.
Like,
so,
did you see the shit Kevin Smith said?
No.
He goes, I don't want to direct a Marvel or Star Wars movie because I don't want to deal with the backlash. Because no matter what I do, there's backlash.
No matter what.
Yeah.
And again, yes, I know there are characters who take on these roles, and you're like, well, what about these people that have been in the films for X amount of time? I get that. But also, why do you think Robert Downey Jr., Chris Hemsworth, Chris Evans have all been doing different projects, even while they still were in the MCU at a time? Because they needed a break from the headache.
Mm-hmm.
This is, again, This situation is a slippery slope for feelings, for everyone. I know it is. But like I said, we are not the movie makers. We are not the creators of this story, the tellers of this story. I understand we want this story to continue. And we feel because we connect to the story, it is our story. But we're not telling that story. Now, I can go into a whole nother thing about how people say, oh, they're trying to take away men and black men and blah, blah, blah. Nah, bro. This is just look, it is apples to oranges comparing William Hurt's death to Chadwick Boseman's death.
Facts.
It is apples to oranges. William Hurt was 71. It hurt. It sucked. Yeah, they cast somebody else because there's always an old white man to fill out the old white man's role. Chadwick Boseman's death hit everybody in such a fucking way.
Facts.
Because remember, even after he died, we got 2 more movies that tore us up to watch The Five Bloods and Ma Rainey's Black Bottom.
Even just hearing his voice in What If.
And hearing his voice in What If.
Oh, man, that hit me.
Because he filmed What If before he died.
Mm-hmm.
And again, if you see somebody else in that role on that screen, and I know when people say, well, it didn't have to be right away. That's not, again, the majority we're acting like, don't do this second movie until then. And yes, Ryan Coogler had his thoughts about saying how he didn't want to wait, how he didn't want to go. And then some people are like, well, they should have waited. Again, it's that one small part that you got to remember. It is business too.
Yeah.
And again, if the cast and crew and when I say crew, I'm talking producers and director and writers, the lighting, all those are people who will be a part of it. I have much respect for them, but they're interchangeable. But if the cast and crew are like, this is what we're going to do, then there's nothing we can do. If all of a sudden Angela Bassett, Winston Duke, Lupita Nyong'o, Denai Guerrera, all of them are like, yo, we just can't do it, then the movie doesn't happen. But if they all come into it, because I guarantee I'm 192% sure the only way this movie went forward was they all had to be in agreement.
Yeah.
This was like a jury. This had to be a unanimous decision. This couldn't be one person wasn't sure. Because if one person in that main cast is not sure, then that cohesiveness of what it needs to be is not there.
You don't get the message that they're going to, because I guarantee this is going to have we were in this together.
That's what this is. Yeah, we were in this together to do this together. So again,
for Chadwick,
right? Everybody honors and pays tribute in their own way. We as fans of the MCU, we as fans of the character, we as fans of more so of T'Challa, because it's not just about Chadwick. It's the character, and I get it, but we gotta let them tell that story.
Because there's still, I mean, I get it too, because there's so much I still want to see with T'Challa. Especially now we have the X-Men. God, I want to see
if
T'Challa.
Another motherfucker bring T'Challa and store him up, I'm gonna throw a bottle through this screen. I'm sorry.
You knew exactly where I was going.
But let's move on. Okay. This is a story. I'm sorry I had to go on that, but it's hard. I know I've had speaking of which, if everybody's listening to this, if you remember my one-on-one with the Supervillain Squad, I'm going to send out the one-on-ones this week. They're going to be condensed in days. I apologize. Y'all seen I've been busy. This is one that I don't know if this is real, but this is a rumor going around. Heavy, bro. Sacha Baron Cohen is reportedly supposed to be Mephisto. Now, remember, everyone thought Mephisto was going to show up in WandaVision because he's the reason she has the kids in the comics.
Everything
right?
Since WandaVision, people thought Mephisto.
Yeah, that's Mephisto. Hey, you see that red bird? You see that blinking light? It's Mephisto. Okay.
Hey, that guy took Falcon's old wings. He must be Mephisto.
You see the way they looked at the camera? That's Mephisto.
Look at that extra back there. They're wearing red.
So,
Mephisto.
according to leaker My Time to Shine Hello on Twitter, they said that Sacha Baron Cohen is slated to play Mephisto in Ironheart. Now, you're probably wondering why in Ironheart? Because Anthony Ramos' character, Parker Robbins, aka the Hood, is a villain with the mystical abilities that stem from a magic imbued boots and a cloak. He gets that power from Mephisto in the comics. Now, if this is the case, and if Sacha Baron Cohen is Mephisto, he is set to be Mephisto for a long time. Now, I'm going to bring up something too in a second, but here's why. So, here's why. Another thing, Kevin Feige did say at D23 that magic and technology will be playing a major role going forward. It will pit technology versus magic in Ironheart. Of course, we got the Hood. You got to figure out how he gets abilities. This is the thing, and I've said this. In China, they were not allowed to show the devil, who Mephisto basically is. I do not know. That's the reason why I'm skeptical on this, or if they figured out a way around it. Given the fact Ironheart is a Disney Plus series, all in steel, but if you're going to use Mephisto for the grand scheme of things, China is always this market.
That's right.
But
what movie would Mephisto then fit to?
Shit, what would anything now? Because again, we're going Dark Dimension with Doctor Strange 4.
Okay, Doctor Strange it could do, because it's definitely not going to be. We ain't going to see Mephisto in New World Order. Like we ain't going to see that.
Hey man, look, the devil in these streets. Look, you have Kanye West's chins played Mephisto at this rate. No lousy motherfucker.
See, I do look. If it does end up being Sacha Baron Cohen, I actually really like that casting.
I do too.
Because he'll have great comedic chops for we know he has that. But then you also look at some of the other things he's done, like The Trial of Chicago 7 and Les Miserables. And he's done a couple other ones too, but he actually has really good dramatic chops as well.
Yes, absolutely.
So I would love to see him in this role.
Absolutely. But again, I just want to know, like, again, I it's been the whole, because Mephisto was supposed to be in a lot of different things, a lot of different angles, but also with the Midnight Suns possibly happening, I can see where a lot of this is going. Because again, Werewolf by Night, Moon Knight, all these things are opening up doors to different things. So I'm like, okay, let's do this. So your final thoughts on this before we move on?
Oh, I think it's great. I don't know much about Mephisto other than he was in Ghost Rider with Nicolas Cage. Like,
he was Mephistopheles.
Yeah.
Now, if you give him the name Mephistopheles and do it like they did Peter Fonda, where you didn't really ever see the devilish things, like the first Ghost Rider is a thing, the second Ghost Rider we should act like never existed.
It's so bad.
So bad. So fucking terrible. So we'll see. I brought up Werewolf by Night. Werewolf by Night was Marvel's first ever special presentation. Reportedly, there's another one coming out. Nova. Everyone's been wondering, how are we going to get Nova? So Marvel, since March, it's been reported that Marvel was working on a Nova project. Now, Miss Moon Knight and Miss Marvel writer Sabir Pirzada has been tapped to pen the MCU debut. But the focus is going to be put on Richard Rider and Sam Alexander and how it's going to deal with Thanos' attack on Xander. That's going to from when in Infinity War, because we all wondered, why did we not see that? But it's rumored that what Marvel is going to do is going to make this a special presentation like they did Werewolf by Night, make it about 50 minutes. This way you introduce the character, set everything up, the door is open in the future.
That's lit. Okay, so I'd heard that they were going to talk about doing a special presentation. I was like, oh, that'd be a good idea. I'd like to see that. But you add in that it's Thanos taking the Power Stone, and that's how we get to know Nova. Oh, bro, I am all in on that.
I'm here for it.
Yes.
Because again, it'll be that one little piece we're missing out of the story, but this character now can go forward into where Kang Dynasty and Secret Wars. Because you need somebody just as fucking powerful to take. Have you seen Jonathan Majors' pictures?
Bro, did you? Oh my god, bro!
Someone
sent me that, and it was like, "Yo, look how jacked he got for Kang." I'm like, he that's not for Kang. That's for Creed. But
let me say something. I just said I'm gonna say this. This motherfucker. No wonder some of the Avengers are gonna die, and Adonis Creed might take it too to the face. I'm a straight dude to all my heart, and I was like, "Oh my god, look at Jonathan Majors. He looked like like a slow Hershey's kiss. I see you, last black man in San Francisco.
Oh shit,
I see you." But he's gotten ridiculous. So again. He's one of, but also it's so crazy. Like again, the muscles and everything he put on primarily is a Creed 3.
Yeah,
because you're not gonna see this nigga's abs in the Kang suit unless Kang's gonna be coming out the shower ass naked. Just killed 2 Avengers today.
Well, we ain't gonna get the Chris Pratt scene.
I want that.
But Chris Pratt got super shape for one scene.
Look, hey, never forget, Kumail Nanjiani got in shape for 14 days, never to take his shirt off, and motherfucker just had arms out. Nigga, you could have just did push-ups. You could have just did push-ups every day, sir. Push-ups. But I digress. So let's before we go, so last week I talked about Blade was needing a new director. Now Blade has officially paused its production. So they lost director Bassam Tariq, and now they got to find a new director. And I'll get to why this kind of an issue. But what it has done is shifted the back end of the MCU slate. So now Blade is shifted from November 3rd, 2023 to June 9th, 2024. Deadpool 3 has moved from September 6th, 2024 to November 8th, 2024. It's not that far.
No.
Not that bad. Fantastic Four goes from November 8th, 2024 to February 14th, 2025. Avengers Secret Wars is going from November 7th, 2025 to May 1st, 2026. I just want you all to understand, these dates may sound like they're so far away when I say them, okay? The date I am recording this episode on is October 17th, 2022. I bring that up because by the time we look up, it'll be 2023. With the amount of movies and TV shows that Marvel is putting out, the time will fly the fuck past. But now back to the thing. Go ahead. You want to say something?
Everyone's all of a sudden acting like, I keep seeing on different podcasts and stuff. That's it. Marvel's fallen. They can't do it now. They got to change all these dates. And I'm just like, do you not pay attention ever? Dates shift all the fucking time.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck
I do not care. Everyone keeps talking like this is grand, giant news. This is not news. If a date shifts 2 weeks before it's supposed to come out, that's okay. There's a problem. There's something going on. All right. But if it shifts a year and a half, 2 years, they're not even filming. Why are you worried?
I think that's the biggest thing. You're complaining about movies that haven't even started filming.
Why? So stupid.
Movies that haven't even started filming. Like, what the fuck y'all talking about?
Why they're moving dates? This is some DC stuff. They're not gonna make it. They're losing out. This is the end of Marvel. Shut the fuck up.
Again, a movie studio that has amassed over almost $30 billion. Not 30 million, billion. 30 billion. It's not in any trouble by any shape, form, or fashion. No. But back to Blade, the search for a director. Here's the kind of issue, though. this is one thing a lot of people have stated, and I get it. And when you're a director with the MCU, the full creative freedom you may have had, you don't have unless you've proven yourself, because there's a storyline you need to follow. So what your idea for Blade may not line up with the idea Marvel Studios has.
Mhm.
This isn't like coming into Blade when it was Blade owned by Fox. Fuck on Blade. New Line Cinema. No, I don't. When Blade was Blade by himself.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was New Line.
It was New Line, but this isn't Blade by himself, where there's a whole different thing. This is part of a grander story. So yes, I understand that. Like, yeah, you want to let the directors have their vision, but you also realize what you're getting into. You're jumping into a machine that is already.
You're jumping in as a showrunner.
You're a showrunner, because these are all 2-hour TV shows.
Mm-hmm.
These are all TV shows. Even the movies are TV shows.
Yeah, they are episodes of a TV show.
They're episodes of a TV show.
Yes.
You said it better than I could have. You're a showrunner. Look at you understanding and learning things. Look at you.
I learned from you, Jay.
I don't like the way you said that. You sound like that anti-drug PSA. I learned it from watching you.
Now I know. Knowing is half the battle. Mad Time Podcast. If y'all can see this man's eyes. Look, man, it's early.
Knowing it's half the battle. Mad Titan Podcast. The fuck? What? Why the fuck?
It's
There
better than
comes a
G.I.
time
Joe,
in a
bro.
man's life when you gotta reevaluate your co-hosts. Days where you sit back
That
and
happens once an episode.
long drawn out episodes when you're prepping your show and you want to get your stories together and you realize the person you're going to talk to is a fucking imbecile.
that was mean. Damn.
Budweiser, for your co-host, is an asshole. There comes a time in a man's life where he has to wonder if Mephisto is living out his real fantasies while you're recording a podcast.
My name is Mephisto.
There comes a time in a man's life where his co-host goes, "It's me, I'm Mephisto."
I was going for more of a Borat, but
I don't know why I did Mario. I'm sorry.
I'm about to say.
There comes a time in a man's life where he confuses his
Yo.
Borat from Mario.
Yo, as a fellow wrestler, I saw the greatest meme the other day. It was the Magneto. I prefer the real Mario. It first shows Chris Pratt's Mario. Goes, I prefer the real Mario, and it shows Bob Hoskins. I said the real Mario, and then it shows Captain Lou. It goes perfection.
The real Mario.
Hey, paisanos.
Hey, paisano, this is the Super Mario Brothers Super Show. Luigi, we gotta save the princess.
There's nothing better than Captain Lou Albino as the fucking Mario.
All right. DC news, all I really got is
This
Ezra Miller.
again.
Ezra Miller is pleading non-guilty to 2 counts of felony burglary, where if they're convicted, they face up to a $2,000 fine and 26 years in prison. I'm going to tell you what's about to happen. Some motherfuckers going to pay the $2,000 fine out of pocket in the court right then and there and be paraded around like nothing's happening and promote that movie.
If he promotes that movie, there's no way they can't let him promote that movie. And also, how can you? Okay, so it's one or the other. He gets to choose whether he goes to jail or pays a fine.
They? Please say they.
They get to choose whether they.
No, it's always no. When there's always choices, that's just a natural thing. It's like it's either or. Those are like the punishments that are always levied in between different things. That's just natural. That's not a choice. But the judge can sit there and say, you know what? You seem remorseful. You've apologized. You get to pay this $2,000. You know what's gonna harm with a little white guy, little white person like you. You know you can't call them. What about all the victims? What about a cult and all this shit? Because let me say something. There are a bunch of motherfucking losers on social media, namely Twitter, that are like, Ezra Miller did nothing wrong. And I'm like, everyone needs to check your computer.
Oh, I thought we were all on the same page that Ezra was batshit
No,
crazy.
there are people.
I didn't know there were Ezra supporters.
Nope. They're absolutely Ezra supporters.
I'm so tired of talking about Ezra Miller. I really am. Like this dude, they just need to. I don't know. I'm just every week it's something new. I don't know how you put this movie out. I just don't get it. I don't know how this is gonna. Makes no sense to me, Jay.
Makes zero.
You could.
No. Because I'm just it upsets me about that.
Yeah, it's I don't understand. I just don't get it.
I'll say let's move on to the last DC story I have. So y'all all know what the cameo is in Black Adam. Everybody knows Henry Cavill is back.
I mean, we know it's something super. And Black Adam cannot be defeated by anybody on this planet.
Yeah, I wish I could have seen his face. This is the most sarcastic look ever. Some of the critics have come out and said, look, Dwayne Johnson's okay, but the plot and the story seem stupid. Pierce Brosnan and all of his Hodge are phenomenal as Dr. Fate and Hawkman.
Yeah. Oh, that's good to hear.
But again, you're selling this movie off a 5-second cameo return. And everybody's like, oh, but they said Henry Cavill will never come back. He wasn't. But it's easy to come back to a movie when the person you're in the movie with, you both have the same fucking manager.
And the person you're in the movie with can pretty much get whatever he wants.
He can get whatever because he's one of the highest drawing box office stars in the world. He can get whatever he wants. So but there isn't a lot of gymnastics to play around with that. Yes, this is one of those 1 + 1 = 2 situations. Yes. Like it's easy, but the fact is, this is where I bring it up from. Dude is selling this movie off of a post-credit cameo scene. I've told everybody before when I saw the trailer, I was like, "This shit looks dope," but I still got my concerns. Second trailer looks cool, still got my concerns. Start hearing the reviews, people praising Dr. Fate, Hawkman. Okay, yeah, it's kind of violent, which we expected. But
I actually wasn't expecting violence. Once I saw the trailer, I was like, "Oh, this looks like cartoony superhero," which I'm fine with. I like. It looks more Marvel than DC. That's how I've been looking at this.
That's
this
fair.
Looks like a Marvel movie.
But at the same time, it's really just like, okay, but you're selling everything off of a post-credit scene, which means you're telling people, don't give a fuck about the plot of this movie. Don't care about this movie. Just wait till you see him come in the actual blue, not toned down blue and red Superman suit. I just don't get it. But
it makes it seem like this movie is nothing more than a setup
for Black Adam versus Superman. But here's the problem with that. Here's the problem I have with that. Black Adam has to fight another dude first. Like, we just was like, fuck Shazam. Huh?
Did you hear? I think it's the Under Armour promo for the new Black Adam training gear, where The Rock goes, no padded suit, all me. And I was just like, damn, you gotta call out Zachary Levi like that.
Look, let me tell you something. First of all, let's just keep it a buck real quick. All right, let's just do this. Let's keep it a buck. And no way in heaven and or hell, Zachary Levi was going to get big enough to fill that suit out. Dwayne Johnson was already big.
Yeah.
All it took was a little bit of what's called horse steroids to put it over the top. And yes, I can say The Rock is on steroids because why? steroids are not illegal if you're not doing a sport.
Facts. I don't understand how people don't get that. Oh,
I don't think.
But he uses steroids. Yeah. And that also means he has to work out twice as much.
Which is why you see a picture of this motherfucker in the gym every 6 minutes.
Motherfuckers legit think steroids are the super soldier serum. Like you just take it and you just got muscle. No, steroids just make your muscles rebuild faster so you can go to the gym twice instead of once.
And so, like, again, people are like, oh, it's illegal. No, it's not. He's not competing in any sports. Well, what if he goes to the WWE? Do you really think the WWE is going to tell the highest drawing box office person in history right now to no, you need to be off steroids so you can come with us because we don't want you to be here, even though you're going to bring millions and millions of fans to watch.
Also, he's not actually competing in the WWE.
He's not at all. He's going to have one match.
Also, like, look, if he wants to go play baseball, probably shouldn't do steroids. Well, actually,
first of all, if that motherfucker, let me tell you something. If that motherfucker goes and plays baseball, everybody needs to quit. Every pitcher needs to get. If Dwayne, what do you do if you see a motherfucker Dwayne Johnson size step up to the plate with a jersey on it, look like a Little League kid's jersey? It's a grown man's 3XL, and it's hugging his biceps. You're like, what 12-year-old jersey does he have? They're like, we just stitched this bitch today. With what fabric? It was like, that was all we had left. And you like, this nigga's thighs is busting out the pants. He out here in capris. He ain't got on regular baseball pants. The bottom stopping his calves. And you see him watch this motherfucker go to the plate, holding a baseball bat like a shillelagh because it's tiny in his hands. What do? You just walk off the field. Matter of fact, you don't even walk. You take the ball that you're pitching, you throw it over into the bleachers yourself and say, you got a home run. You're not going to embarrass me. The fuck? No.
I want it so much now.
Coming next to the mound, Dwayne Johnson. What Dwayne Johnson? What? First of all, you gotta go. What Dwayne Johnson? And all of a sudden, you just all of a sudden see a cup of water start trembling like this is Jurassic Park. Every step this motherfucker takes, that so motherfucker gets to the batter. What the fuck did he just roar? Yeah.
You getting ready to pitch. He lined up. He got the bat cocked back, and then all of a sudden just the eyebrow goes up. And you're just like, nah, fuck it. I'm done.
Then you gonna get some cocky-ass 21-year-old. I can strike him out. This motherfucker gonna swing, ain't gonna shoot a pitch right at your chest. Also, again, you know how you say shoot the pitcher? If this motherfucker hits the pitcher with the ball is going right through you. So just a hole in your chest, and you're just like, oh, shit, and just drop dead. Who wants to catch that pop? Who wants to catch that line drive from this motherfucker? Ain't nobody's hand strong enough. Like,
goes through the back wall.
This motherfucker got a glove on. Yeah, I got a good tough hide leather glove. I'm good. My granddaddy gave me this goddamn glove. Can't nothing go through. Oh, I got a hole in my hand. Now you look like Jesus at the cross because he been crucified with a baseball. Nah, bro.
Bruh, real talk, you need to turn this into a bit for stand-up like that. You could go off on that.
This motherfucker playing baseball.
I look, I'm not gonna lie to you though, Jay. I am super excited for this movie. I don't care what anyone says about it. I think it looks fun. Plus, I'm just a rock mark. I can't help it. I just am.
I mean, I'm like I said, I'm supposed to go see it Wednesday, so we'll see.
Oh, look at me. I'm Jay. I'm going Wednesday. BC got to wait and go with the fucking commoners on Thursday.
I would have liked to go see this bitch last week. The fuck is you talking about? Also, I didn't have no time, so you know what I'm saying. Nigga be out in these streets, be out here working, out here trying to sling jokes and shit. Anyway, that's all we got for this week, man. Look, I got a couple of look, I'm going to the emails from the Mad Titan Podcast email, madtitanpodcast@gmail.com, madtitanpodcast@gmail.com. But also, I got some calls from the hotline. I got a couple of those in here. I'm trying to pull up the email because my computer was like, nah, you was talking too much shit about The Rock. And okay,
the Rock starting to become the mouse. Can't talk about the Rock. Can't talk about the mouse.
All right, so here is the email that I have from Jolene. Okay, cool. Don't switch. Don't sleep. I'm sorry. Don't speak. Not don't sleep. Well, what the fuck am I doing? I'm tired. This is an email from Jolene. Says follow up. Says a possibly expected follow up. Again, we don't know if she, talking about Letitia Wright, knows the quoted tweet video contains all the hateful messages, but considering the replies and articles and the sheer amount of people pointing it out to her led to her apologizing, I could give her more of the benefit of the doubt. I've even seen wrestlers like Eddie Kingston quote tweet something, be informed of the problem with the retweet and follow up with an apology and acknowledge he didn't know. Miss Wright doubled down, never apologized. It's been years now. So you can understand why I no longer give her the benefit of the doubt. It's like you said before about other things. Everyone is free to say what they want on the internet, but that doesn't mean there are no repercussions when people say or support offensive things. And like you said, there is no definitive answer. So I'm just going with the data I've seen. At the end of the day, the best thing anyone could ever do is never tweet. Because if you don't tweet, you can't expose your whole ass as easily. Love yours and BC's discussions of all of it, though. Thanks, Jolie. Appreciate that much. Yeah, it's just, it's a lot. That whole thing is a lot. Again,
it is. And
I think
to
so.
The point that I'm like, man, I'm so tired of dealing with all the different dramas that just continue to come out about Twitter.
All right, so let me go get to this. All right, we got some calls from the hotline. 818-276-6947, 818-276-6947. Let's go to our first call right now.
Hey, JDC, what's happening, man? Glad to see you back on the podcast again, man. Been pretty busy lately. But basically what I wanted to get to, man, was Doctor Strange. At the end, they had the incursion. Remember that happened? I'm trying to figure out if Marvel is going to use that incursion to start the Secret Wars like what they did in the comic books. Because I know we're going to introduce Dr. Doom probably at the end of Black Panther. And it's just been kind of like bubbling up like where they're going. They just introduced the Spider-Verse and Spider-Man, things like that, man. Appreciate what y'all do. And as for you, BC, we coming for you, brother. Have a good one. Peace out, man.
That's the homie from New Orleans, Louisiana. So, that means that's the Saints letting y'all Cowboys know you finna catch it.
Who that?
So, I do agree. I think the incursions are going – that's the reason you bring it up. I think the incursions start Secret Wars.
It is very confusing to me, though. And because, we had that thing where it's like, if you stay in a world too long – you create an incursion and it will destroy that universe, I guess, right?
Mm.
So, but we are planning to move Deadpool into our universe eventually. And so I'm wondering if that's going to, come up and have to be handled or something. And then we have like the What If episode where Black Widow stayed in a new universe, a universe that didn't have a Black Widow. I was like, okay, well, does that create an incursion? So the incursions are still something that I'm really not confused about. I'm not, I just want to, I wonder if they're going to explain a little bit more about what those are or not.
I mean, they may. I think they may do it. I think that the right movie has to address it.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think it has to be just specifically, a Doctor Strange film. I think there are different opportunities, but I think the reason, look, there are small little plot devices, little things mentioned in 2-hour, 3-hour movies that are just one key element to move the story forward. I do agree. Like I said, yes, the incursion is for Secret Wars. It's the only reason you call it that. That's the only reason you call it that.
Yeah, and I think I'm with you too. I think Secret Wars will definitely have a little more explanation on how the incursions work and things like that. That's where I would.
And I know some people are going to be like, yo, I don't want to wait that long.
Too fucking bad.
But I think also we might hear of the term a little bit here, a little bit there. We might not hear like a lot of incursions. We might not get a full detail of what incursions are and what's the big thing that they cause.
Yeah.
You know, we might not get all that. I don't know yet. But nonetheless, let's go to my second voicemail. Excuse me. I'm so tired. I need coffee. I'm going to get that right now. Okay, right now.
Right.
Hey, Jay, it's Rudy from Phoenix. Just wanted to give a quick call in. You know, I've been sitting on it for about a week now. I just heard your episode came out on the 10th, and I just kept thinking, you know, you were talking last week about Marvel and how they tapped a couple of unknown writers for Fantastic Four. And I just want to say that as somebody who plays video games probably too much, I just want to let you know Jeff Kaplan is actually pretty famous in the video game world. I mean, he's and I understand it's not, you know, an area you're like super familiar with, but that man was like vice president of Blizzard Entertainment for a while. So like he went from being just a programmer, got himself all the way up to VP of a whole ass company, and a pretty big one too. He's a damn good writer, I'll tell you that much. That guy, he knows how to run a show, and I gotta say, hearing that Marvel tapped him, and I honestly don't know who the other guy is, but for Fantastic Four, it's got me excited. Jeff Kaplan's got a good eye for talent and knows how a story should be written. And if you ever need any, you know, if you ever need to be assured by that, just go watch any of the Overwatch cinematics and tell me that some of those don't just tug at your heartstrings and build a lump in your throat. Anyways, I love you. I love having BC on the show. You guys are great together. And I just got to say, hopefully my financial issues get solved sometime in the next few months, because I'd love to come back and be on that Patreon. I miss talking to you. Anyways, hey guys, have a good day. Have a good one. Bye.
Shouts out to the homie Rudy Wader. Appreciate you, man. Again, I know your financial situation. A lot of people, I always bring this up with the Patreon. There are people who had to leave the Patreon. Financial things happen. And again, with this world, this country, the way things are, I completely understand it. People who stay aboard and support, I'm grateful for. I didn't know that's who dude was. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I did not know that's who dude was. So I think it's good to say that that's in the best of hands. You know, I had no fucking idea. So that's why I'm always glad I have people like that who can be like, hey, I'm sure you don't know, but let me put you on game.
And that's what Marvel does. They find people that are good storytellers that you may not know about. And they find, and if this dude has gone through and told stories in the video games like we were just told, then he's probably still a good storyteller. So I'm excited to see what he can do within the Marvel universe. That's awesome to hear. That makes me really, that adds hype to everything. I love good things when you hear stuff like that.
Absolutely. You know, you love to hear that good people are getting, you know, people who are having a track record of proving of knowing how to make continuity, how to tell a story, or able to tell this story that permeates through this universe in which you want it to permeate through. You know what I mean? And so I feel like that's a good thing to have. And I'm so fucking excited for it, man. I really, truly am. But look, that's all we got for this week, man. I appreciate y'all. Thank you to everybody who listened, everybody who rocked. Again, if you want to get your emails in, madtitanpodcast@gmail.com, madtitanpodcast@gmail.com. You can call a hotline, 818-276-6947, 818-276-6947. You can curse BC out at his own personal phone number. Let me give you that right now. I wish y'all could have seen the level of fear that came over this motherfucker's face. Oh, shit! The fear that I really was about to drop his number on this fire. Hey!
Look, man, you in the business, you'd probably, that'd be a rib right there. I'd be God damn.
I mean, I don't know if I would directly do that, but go ahead and tell the people how they can find you.
Man, y'all can find me on all social media.
214.
Bro. At the Grind Calls, TikTok, Twitter, and Instagram every Sunday on the
31.
Lando Project. As well, Rewind Recast hitting up on the YouTubes.
304.
Bruh, I swear, you know what? I'll put your number out there. Don't think I won't. I'll put your address out there. Y'all want to go see Jay?
Okay, let me say this. Put my address out here if you want to. If you hear about a bunch of random people being shot down like ducks in a barrel, boom, 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 everybody, if you look like I don't know you, I'm just, I don't know you, that's my purse. I swear to God.
Let's open it.
I don't know you, that's my purse. That's all I'm going to keep yelling to motherfuckers coming to my house. I don't know you, that's my purse.
I have a shirt with Bobby kicking someone in the nuts. That's my purse.
That's my purse. Why is it tickling me so much? Anyway, thank you, bro. I appreciate you for real, as always. We'll see you back here in the next 7 weeks. Y'all know how my eyes are drooping low. That is hilarious. Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, if they don't ban me officially. Mr. J Washington, MRJAY. You should know this about Washington. Hey, shouts out to Twitter. I'm on Twitter Blue. I get to edit tweets. Oh, thank God. Oh, Lord. I swear to God, I made a typo, but I get to. But here's the catch. You can only do it within 30 minutes.
What is Twitter Blue?
It's a lot. It's just like, it's almost a more professional level.
Okay.
And so hopefully if I apply to get verified now, these bitches will verify me. Be like, hey, bitch, I'm that dude. Why did I wish y'all could have seen me. I just did the remember the time shit. I don't know. Like, anyway, thank you to everybody that enjoys my Patreon, the one-on-one with the super villain. Shouts out Alberto Rios at the one-on-one level, Azura, Bobby McMillan at the one-on-one level, Brock Severson, Chauncey Wilson at the one-on-one level, Cheryl Corbin, Chris Lee at the one-on-one, Dan Bibke, David Adams, Fanboy Kentila, Fillmore Pockets, Frank Castillo, Greg Morrissey, Hillary Nellum, Jim Payne at that one-on-one, Jolene at the one-on-one, Justin Square, Kirstie Oliveria, Luke Sugars at the one-on-one level, Marcus Burden, Patrick Hart. I appreciate all of y'all. You want to support, please go over there. It's just a hot $5 a month, and I appreciate y'all so much. That'll do it for this week. I will be back next week. Again, I will try to get everything out and done. I'm about to go get my clothes out the dryer. That's been sitting in my dryer way too fucking long now. Holla at y'all then, BC. Thank you for showing up. Make sure you follow the White Rabbit. We are out of here. Take care. Bye.